Well, happy Monday, class. I hope that your weekend went well. Let me just touch on a few things with regard to last week's discussion board. First of all, I think that most of you are showing really some great improvement, especially in trying to make sure that your forms are correct, and so that's great. I really applaud those of you that are making that effort. Uh, it's really showing, and for some of you as well, I can see that you're making an effort to work on your spelling and your grammar. However, there are a few of you that just simply are not really just following the instructions, and so I want to encourage you to do that. The citations in both the original threads as well as the replies are supposed to be in footnote form. And they're supposed to have two citations per reply using scholarly sources as well as 5 citations in the original thread. So, taking care of these simple details really going to provide you the opportunity to get the best grade possible. So I also want to make note of the fact that hey, I know that I say this every week, but which with each passing week, it becomes more and more imperative that you do some research for your paper. That paper is going to be upon us very quickly, and so to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to do the best you can. So make sure that you get on it and just make sure you follow the steps and the particular information that the paper is supposed to have. Also, let me touch base a little bit on this coming week's discussion board on some of Paul's letters, specifically First and Second Thessalonians. It's very important that you demonstrate, the occasion and the purpose for both First and Second Thessalonians, and then after that, answer each question. And if you do that, you'll have a better opportunity to get a good grade. But answer it according to the details and the facts in the textbook and other scholarly sources. Now, the question on the interactions that Paul had with the Corinthian church, there is a chart in the textbook that kind of helps you see the visits as well as the letters. But just make sure that you answer the events that led to the writing of First Corinthians and also Second Corinthians, and just line out each and answer each part of the question. I can't emphasize that enough. I know I sound like a broken record, but I just want you guys to do the best you can. And so also make sure on the question about the purpose for First Corinthians and also the purpose for Second Corinthians, you're going to need to line those out, the purposes very clearly. Also, make sure you describe the literary plan for First and Second Corinthians, along with the issues regarding Second Corinthians, in terms of it being a potential composite letter, and just answer. I mean, each one it's pretty straightforward, although you have to do a little reading and research to find the correct answers. And of course, Romans. The question on Romans is pretty straightforward. So just, make sure that you answer that appropriately. And then the last question has to do with terms, theological terms, specifically righteousness, faith, and justification, and the way that Paul uses those in the book of Romans. So make sure you read carefully in the textbook regarding those particular terms. And give me all the options and all that. I mean, just line it out for me. Give me as much information as possible. Give me as many details as possible. And I think that you guys will do great. So I look forward to you guys working this week. Carve out. I know it's hard, especially, when you're juggling school and kids and a spouse as well as work and church. I mean, it's tough. So just be disciplined, carve out some time that you can read and write and listen. I hope you have a great Valentine's Day. If you're married, go with your spouse. If you're dating, have a great date. But it should be hopefully a wonderful night for everybody. Okay, guys, please, again, I'm here if you need me. Shoot me an email. I'll be happy to answer any questions or help you with anything you might need. Okay? Blessings.